Hey guys, welcome to another network security tutorial. Before starting with today's tutorial, there is something that I have seen that you guys watch the video just for 1 minute or two and then you leave. Well, you are not going to understand the concept in 1 minute or so. Please make sure you watch the video completely. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask them in the comment section below. I'll reply. Alright, so let's get started. First thing, what are we going to learn today? We'll be looking at viruses, worms, and Trojan horses. So first we'll look at the definition of virus, worms, and Trojan horses. Then we'll look at the characteristics of viruses, worms, and Trojan horses. And finally, we'll look at the difference between viruses, worms, and Trojan horses. Alright, so let's get started. First thing, what is the definition of virus? Well, in simple words, understand the meaning of virus. Okay, nowadays the whole world is affected by a virus, but computer virus is also somewhat like that. Okay, a computer virus is a piece of code that attaches itself to another computer program, then modifies the host program and runs secretly in the background when the host program is run. Alright, so basically understand like this: a virus will require a host. Okay, first thing, it requires a host, then it will modify the host program. Okay, not only it will attach itself to a host program, it will also modify the host program, and then it will run in the background with the host program. Okay, so this is the definition of virus. Now what about worms? Well, a computer worm is a program. Again, remember this: a computer worm is just like a worm in the stomach or something which little kids get after eating a lot of chocolates. Okay, so basically a computer worm is a piece of program that replicates itself and sends copies from computer to computer across the network connection. Okay, the main job of worms is to propagate itself from one computer to another. Let it be across the network connection, let it be via your USB transfer also. Okay, and what it does on arriving on the new computer, again it will be activated and it will replicate itself and propagate again. Okay, so this is the main job of worms. How it affects, we'll also look at it in the characteristics. Now what about definition of Trojan horses? Well, a Trojan horse is a third type of malicious software. Okay, what it does is it requires a host, but it does not modify the host program. Okay, neither it replicates like a worm. Okay, but it runs its own background activity with some malicious activity in the background. Okay, so this is what a Trojan horse is. Now we'll look at the characteristics of each. First we'll look at the characteristics of viruses. Well, a virus typically modifies the host program and it makes the host program perform some unwanted functions. Okay, now for example, let's say you have downloaded a gallery application to view the images. Now you run it. The gallery application will show you the images, but the virus will make that gallery application send those images to some remote database. Okay, without your permission. Now this is what virus does. It makes the host program perform the malicious activity. Now what about characteristics of worms? Well, a worm is a computer program. First thing, its characteristic is that it replicates itself from one computer to another over the network, and it also makes your computer slow down by eating up the resources. Okay, so this is the main problem with worms. If your computer is slow, just understand that there might be a worm program in your computer. Okay, just like worms in the stomach, which eat all the nutrients that you eat and makes you lose weight. Okay, so this is the same problem with computer worm. It eats up the resources, and worms may also rename itself as a system process to hide from being noticed. So this is another characteristic of worm. It eats up the resources, it replicates itself, and it may rename itself from as a system process. Now what about characteristics of Trojan horses? Now Trojan horses are very interesting. Okay, because they neither replicate themselves, first thing, nor they modify the host program. Okay, Trojan horses are attached to a host program, but they do not modify the host program. What that means is the host program will perform its work, and you won't be able to see if there is a Trojan horse by looking at the source code of the host software also, because host software is working perfectly. For example, let's say there is a login program, okay, which is infected by a Trojan horse. Now that login program will work perfectly. It will do all the login operations properly without any problem. But the Trojan horse will also collect the password, username, and store it in the background. And it is done by Trojan horses, not the actual host software. Now this is a malicious activity. So these are the characteristics of viruses, worms, and Trojan horses. Now we'll look at the difference between viruses, worms, and Trojan horses. Now we have just understood their characteristics, now we'll compare their characteristics and see what is the difference. First distinction between the virus, worms and Trojan horses is based on the modification of host software. Viruses do modify the host software, worms do not modify the host software, Trojan horses do not perform the modification of the host software. Now what about the replication of itself? Viruses do replicate and propagate itself to new computers. Worms also replicate itself and spread itself, but Trojan horses do not replicate nor propagate itself. Now third is the type of damage. Well, viruses do this kind of damages, that is infecting the other programs, deletion of data, message on the screen. So these are the typical types of damages that viruses do. What about worms? Well, worms slow down your computer by eating up the resources. And finally, Trojan horses do data theft and data destruction. So these are the differences between viruses, worms and Trojan horses. I hope you understood all the concepts of network security, data security. And if you have any queries, please feel free to ask them in the comment section below. Thank you very much.
So that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any queries, feel free to ask them in the comment section below. If you have any suggestions, please write them in the comment section below. If you like the video, please share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.